Hi, my name is Riley Walsh and I'm a Girl Scout working on my Gold Award project about domestic violence. No abuse is okay. So what is domestic violence? Domestic violence is a pattern of behavior used to establish power and control over another person through fear and intimidation, often including the threat or use of violence. It is a pattern of coercive control that one person exerts over another person. So what is domestic violence part 2? Domestic violence includes emotional, economic, sexual, using children, threats, intimidation, and isolation. It is not always physical. Many victims suffer in silence, afraid to seek help, or not knowing where to turn. This is why it's important to reach out to survivors of domestic violence because often their self-esteem is very low. The traumatic effects of domestic violence also extend beyond the abused person, impacting family members and communities. Children often witness violence or become victims themselves. Who does domestic violence affect? It affects 1 in 4 people, including women, children, men, pets, teen dating, and LGBT. It's important that we know that domestic violence does not only affect women. On average, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States. So victim versus survivor. It's important that while we talk about people who have faced domestic violence, we use the term survivor. Because when we use the term victim, it implies that the person is helpless or we have pity on them. It doesn't accurately describe their experience and can belittle what they have faced. When we use the term survivor, it's empowering and it implies that they are in control of what they are facing. Centers have both shelters and transitional housing to help survivors of domestic violence. Shelters are for quicker stays and/or emergency situations, and transitional housing is to help people find permanent housing after their stay. What can you do to help? First of all, you can cultivate a respectful attitude towards everyone by being kind, acknowledged, and supportive. You can also model a nonviolent and respectful way to resolve conflicts. Also, when someone jokes about domestic violence, speak up. Lastly, advocate for laws and programs that protects victims and survivors of domestic violence. Be a part of the solution. To end domestic violence, we all need to be a part of the solution. Educating yourself and others, helping a friend who is being abused, speaking up, and being an engaged bystander are all examples of things you can do to help. Talking about these issues openly will help end the shame and stigma that domestic violence and sexual assault survivors are burdened with. The next time you're in a room with 6 people, think about this. 1 in 3 teens experience sexual or physical abuse or threats from a boyfriend or girlfriend in 1 year. How I took action with my Gold Award. For my Gold Award, I created a garden at a transition home for survivors of domestic violence. This created a place of peace and tranquility for the residents there. I called it the Gratitude Garden to reflect the positive thoughts and positive ideas which the area represents. The main focus was spreading the words of encouragement, courage, love, and support. For other information about domestic violence and how you can help, I've included links below.